Man, you need to tell the truth, dog. You ain't got to lie to kick it with me, okay? Because we don't kick it. And I don't like liars. All right? Unless it's a necessary lie, white lie, something. Whatever. Some people is not your haters. Like, oh, my haters. And, I'm just so zen, so relaxed. Nothing bothers me. You're lying. You a damn lie. Some people is not your haters. Haters is people who just kind of like, act a fool and, don't like everything that you do. And, they petty. They look at others through a telescope and overlook a lot of stuff. And they look at you through a microscope and, oh my God, you didn't tie your shoes up. Like, man, brokey, like stupid shit like that, right? They just hate on everything you do. They'll come against your parenting, your body image, your social status or lack thereof, marital status or lack thereof. Those are haters, right? Those are haters. Those are people who are very insecure. They don't like themselves, or they're really full of themselves, which is really deep down, they are insecure. Okay, those are haters, right? Everybody know haters. You got haters in your family. You got haters in what your so-called friend groups is. You just don't know it because they haven't been given the right opportunity yet. You never really know who your hater is. Some of them are silent haters, right? So you have overt haters, you have covert haters. The overt haters just been hating on you at the family reunion. Oh, you got that outfit on? That type of little stuff. You eating again? That type of little stuff. Trying to embarrass you, humiliate you in front of other people. Those are over haters. The covert ones are the passive aggressive ones, or the ones who kind of talk behind your back. They want to ruin your reputation. They don't want nobody, if you work at McDonald's, they don't want nobody there to like you. You know what I mean. You got haters, right? So you ever figure out who your covert haters are is when they offer opportunities, right? Nothing will show forth a hater versus an opportunity, especially if they feel like they're shitting on you or they're going to leave you broke and broken down on the side of the road, living under a freeway, howling and crying, and then, delete yourself. That's what they really, they have morbid fantasies. There's a lot of psychology that go into that shit. But everybody ain't your haters, like I said before. Some people is enmity. Enmity is a mutual hostility that's been long-standing, right? It's just that some people choose to display their enmity in immature, weird ways, right? Through recruiting and, we don't like you. Whereas some people could just hold their hate for you by themselves. Like, nigga, I don't like you either. Just because I ain't saying nothing don't mean I don't like how you look either. I don't like you either. I actually despise you as well. So some people is enmity, right? And so then that's where you have to, whoever you talk to, whoever you worship or whatever, then you kind of get with them and say, is this justified or not? And then I know the super Christians, it's never justified. Sometimes it's damn justified. Believe me on that. And then just make that up in your mind and be like, okay, this is mutual enmity, but don't be sitting around here lying, with this toxic positivity. As soon as they do something against you, forgive them, because that's not the truth. If somebody was to break into your house and steal all of your damn TVs that you didn't work for and slapped your wife and drank your milk, ate your cookies, and then walked on up out of there, when they get caught by the po-pos, you want their ass to be punished. You ain't going to be like, you know what? I forgive you. That's enmity. You have natural hatred towards them, too. They didn't give a shit about you to be disrespectful to fuck your shit up. And you naturally don't give a fuck about them getting consequences for them fucking your shit up. That's enmity. Be real with yourself. Me personally, when I hate somebody, I don't fuck with them at all. And I'm talking about it's seething, right? It's really deep. Real deep. I could just look at you and can't stand Joe, goddammit. You know why? Because it depends on how you choose to display that enmity. You can move on with your life and never have nothing and shit else to do with the jackasses again. Or you could waste your life trying to, I'm going to destroy everything. Being hyper emotional and weird. You understand? Like destroying your own self. So it's best just to be like, every time you see certain people just like, ooh, I don't like you either. That is a big dog. You understand? Let me get on. See, enmity. Look at that. Enmity with my dogs here. Come on, let's get on up out of here. See, we don't like that dog either. But we got to be safe. See how that universe just did that? We don't like that big ass dog either. But you think I'm going to be like, trying to, irritate the big ass dog? You think I'm going to try to antagonize? No, hell no. Because look, it's myself and my dogs here. I don't want to get myself harmed or anything that's connected to me harmed. So that's how I deal with hatred. And if it's time to be uprooted, right, you got to be careful. There could be a root of bitterness. Then, that's going to be something I got to pray about. You understand? Some people say, well, if you don't forgive others, you won't be forgiven. Well, I'm not forgiven in a lot of areas because in some areas I just have not forgiven people. I'm not about to lie and be like, I forgive you. It's a choice. I can say that. But my feelings and my choice be like, right? Especially if they continuously, some people just keep, you got a jerk at work or you have an ignorant in-law. Those are people that's hard to get rid of. You got an ignorant teacher, your kids. You got several kids, so you got to see the teacher, right? In those cases, they don't like you and they choose to be jackasses and weird and strange and I don't want nobody else to like you. But you, on the other hand, if you resonate with me, you can hate a motherfucker all by your goddamn self, oh. That, my friend, is enmity. So all of this fake positivity, right? A lot of people think because I'm quiet and I smile a lot, it's not fake positivity. I just choose. That's the choice. But don't ever think, because I ain't saying nothing don't mean that, oh my God, I don't like you either. If you done did some fuck shit to me or mine, bitch, I don't like you. I don't look up to you or admire you. I don't think you're cute or attractive. I don't give a fuck about your validation. See what I mean? I think they misunderstand it because some people choose to show their hatred outwardly. Whereas I take my hatred and I just keep giving it to God. Like, God, I still hate them today. I can't stand it. Some people's faces, some people can be cute on the outside, but then you see how they act, you just like, oh, you have an ugly way of being. Your existence is ugly than a motherfucker. You ugly as hell. And it's grotesque and it's unpleasing. It's unpleasant. And it's like I can never look at them the same. That's why God is so good. Bitch, try Jesus. Don't try me. I'm not Jesus. So what would Jesus do? Jesus let Judas kill himself. He didn't go back and try to resurrect Judas. Come back. Like, no, he was like, sold me out, nigga. Go kill yourself. He said, you betrayed a man, son of man with a kiss? Like, you see, affection. See, that's a covert hate. See, Judas was a covert hater. He would be undercover with it, right? Was mad that he held bitterness or resentment for a long time. And a lot of them people that hold the energy as cowards, instead of them saying, you know what, I don't like, Judas in this instance, that you ain't do this with the money tables or the money changes. He held on to that. And he used something really minute to justify him being a betraying son of a bitch. Whereas if you see them around other people, they let them get away with murder, just weird shit. You be like, you see what they did? It don't matter because you know why? Birds of a feather flock together. Covert haters love covert haters. Overt haters love overt haters. Okay? But just know, us quiet folk don't like some of you motherfuckers either. And we actually hate y'all too. I'm just gotta be honest. It's a lot of people that I hate. I love a lot of people, but there's a lot of people I absolutely hate. I absolutely hate them. And I have to tell the truth. I'm not about to be, you're the greatest person in the world, I forgive you. I can say that, and I mean that, I profess that. But until it's uprooted out of my heart, I hate you. Just like you showed me hate. You didn't show me no love. It says love covers a multitude of sins. So see, my choice to say I forgive and my feelings not forgiving and hating that person, that's what needs to be reconciled within prayer and with the God, and that takes time. It's just what it is. That's just what it is, right? So that's a choice. Me covering a multitude of sins, that means a multitude of wrongdoings towards me or mine or any shit that's dealing with me, is me showing love. You keep uncovering and trying to dissect and, trying to look at things under a microscope and then, gaslighting and smear campaigning. That's you showing that your level of hatred. So that's how you want to show your hatred. You want to be able to multiply your hatred. Bitch, I want to erase you completely. So I will cover the multitude of sin to show God that I'm trying to practice love. And I will say out of my mouth that I forgive these people. Ask that you bless them and get them the hell away from me. I surely will say that. And then sooner than later, as I keep submitting that, my hate will diminish and I just really won't give a shit about you. None of you. And that's beautiful. Unlike you, who's going to be stewing in hatred because you had to, group up with people and I want you to look at them the same way I do. Like, you don't know what diversity is. You have a very bland, drab, weird, glib view of life and lifestyle. And you can sit with that hatred. Just know, Right now, with a lot of people, is enmity. Tell the truth. Stop it. Tell the truth to yourself, right? And then decide how you want to display your hatred. Do you want to diminish it and get rid of it? Or do you want to multiply it and make it bigger than what it is? A lot of these niggas ain't that serious. They ain't shit ass people anyway. Give it over to, the Lord, right? I ain't no preacher, but I am not no preacher. So don't be, oh my God, you're cussing. Yeah, if you know, you'll be doing more than cussing. So it's by the grace of God. You understand? Yeah, I done had some close ops, some 30-year plus ops, some family ops. Yeah, some baby daddy ops, some religious ops, some high school buddy ops, from back in the day ops, some work buddy ops, just ops just out of nowhere. And again, people say, well, if you're the common denominator, that's not necessarily true because, again, you don't know who your ops are until they give an opportunity. If somebody was offered something that's going to make them feel like they're doing better in life, especially better than you, that secret resentment and that bitterness, that root of bitterness they have, it comes up. And then you'll see. And then you'll know. And the enemy wants you to get so upset, so broken, so irritated by it, that you turn into them. It's not that you turn into them. You can still express your feelings of enmity. There go another dog. See what I'm saying? Let me go on this way. See what I'm talking about? Enmity. See that? Another one. See? I said more than one op. Here go another dog. Hating on the dogs because they always go on walks and they restricted. See, some people be restricted and they